We get asked all the time, how can I get into real estate? And we get probably 2 or 3 applicants every week. I sit down in today's podcast with a recent hire, James Laker, who's coming from Canada and has real estate experience, but it's been over a decade since he has sold real estate. Find out what he's been doing since selling real estate in Canada and why he's getting back in the real estate industry. James Laker, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Pleasure.
I wanted you on the podcast actually because you're a new agent with Ronival. You reached out to me by email about a month ago or more.
About a month, yeah.
And what prompted you to email me?
Well, I was getting back into real estate and wanted to work with Ronival, and one of the ways to get there was to go direct to the top. I remember I titled that email Ready to Sell, so that it made sure it got open and you were quick to respond and get me into the system. I appreciate that.
And you went through the interview process, which starts with a virtual interview and then an in-person interview. My team is really excited about the potential that you have because you actually come with real estate experience.
I do, yes. I worked for Sotheby's International Realty, selling in the Okanagan, which is the hotspot in BC, Canada. And I sold luxury real estate in that market for a number of years.
And what years would that have been?
It would have been from around 06, 07 to about 09, 010. Unfortunately, it was a high, fast-paced market when I first got going. Went from order taking to, unfortunately, we had a bit of a fallout in the 08 market, but we got creative with things, and that market is, definitely always an up-and-comer, but we had a little bit of a slowdown, but it was a challenge, and it made things even more exciting.
Yeah. After you left that stint of selling real estate, where did you go from there?
I actually saw the digital landscape increasing at an exponential rate. So I self-taught myself how to web design, web program, graphic design, search engine optimization, those kind of things. And I developed several online residual income businesses. So that allowed me and my family the luxury to be able to continue our travels. I've always been a world traveler. So, I had all these businesses that kept the money coming in with very little work and could work from anywhere. So it was a blessing.
So you traveled around the world?
I have many times over. Even my child has been around the world already. I've been to many different countries. I've lived in or traveled all over Mexico as well, from the Caribbean side in Tulum, Playa del Carmen, Cancun. I've been in San Jose del Cabo, out at Lighthouse Point in La Ribera. Spent some time down in Oaxaca and Puerto Escondido and Huatulco and Puerto Vallarta, but we always keep coming back to Cabo and Los Cabos, and now we call Club Campestre in San Jose our permanent home.
Excellent.
Yeah,
and when did you relocate permanently to Cabo?
It's been 3 years, but we did take a short break to venture down a little further south, but I've been 3 years this time, but okay. I've been coming for about 15 years now, so right. I've gotten to see it change over time.
So why back in real estate, since you have the digital, what do you call it? Digital marketing, digital strategy?
Digital marketing. I call them online residual income businesses, which, is my term for it, but in different areas. So why back in real estate? I'm here to stay. I've been bouncing around the world with that blessing of being able to do that with the digital landscape, but getting back into real estate now that I'm got my feet planted on the ground here, I'm a kind of guy that I've got the saying that I've been semi-retired for a long time, but I'll never stop working. Right. Yeah. So I always want to be doing new things. And this, is one of the ones that I found a great passion in before. And I love this marketplace. I think it's growing exponentially. I think there's so many great opportunities within it. And I'd love to help people find some new homes.
How much is the second child on its way?
Yes, my wife likes the finer things in life. So that plays a bit of a role in it, Yeah. I mean, we live in a very beautiful community in Club Campestre, and we like doing a lot of things, and we love the farm-to-table restaurants, and we love all that there is here. So with that, and with a new baby on the way in January, making a little extra cash is not a bad.
Do you think it's going to be difficult for you to sell the destination to clients?
No. The list of how many things. I mean, we personally always come back here. We love many places in Mexico, but here is got a little bit of everything. I learned how to fish out at Lighthouse Point and chase down the rooster fish. I love four-wheeling and quadding, and we spend a lot of time out on the East Cape, where you can go have your own private campsite on your own personal oasis after a 4x4, and Zai's Sushi is out there. One of my favorite things is the whale sharks. I love the whale sharks, and I love being able to tour around and have different kind of environments, being able to go up to Loreto and play a game of golf, or even further to Valle de Guadalupe for a wine tasting, or close to home and try out all the different restaurants or activities. So for me, I've got a great knowledge of what there is to do here and what there is to offer. So I don't think I'll have any issues providing that information to prospective clients.
I think myself included, having made the migration south of the border is validation that this is the place that we want to be. Yeah. And it makes it very easy to sell our clients that this is something that is not just a vacation place. This is a place you could truly live if you want to.
Exactly. You can be a snowbird, expat, tourist, all of them come with their benefits, and they, you can do any which one,
So you've already started your onboarding process.
I have, yeah. I'm a go-getter, so I love to get going fast and hit the ground running.
Where are you in the process?
So I've started to delve into some of the back-end resources that you guys have, your CRM, and kind of go through that process. I will be going in for my onboarding training on Monday next week. Started to meet some of the great, wonderful team you've put together with Ronival, and I guess the next steps are to kind of go through the university program and delve into that side of the knowledge base. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Since you sold real estate over a decade ago,
yep.
Where do you, from an outsider's perspective, how have you seen the real estate market change in terms of selling real estate? You've been here for 3 years in Los Cabos. You've been coming and going for many years, and you have friends that are in the real estate business.
Yeah.
And having sold real estate back up in Canada for a few years, how are you preparing yourself to sell here?
Well, one of the biggest things I've seen over the 15 plus years that I've been coming to Baja Sur is how fast the growth is and how it's ever changing. So for me, it's building that knowledge base of everything that's available from every location to every community, every development, and their specific offering that they offer, because I find that there's going to be something for everyone. I mean, even in the Club Campestre where we live, this is 550 acres surrounded by multiple different developments, all surrounding a championship Nicholas golf course, but each one of them provides something different based on what the desires and dreams and wants are of a client. So like we personally live in Pueblo, which I call the Tuscan villa style, where the floor plans are centered around a main courtyard with the rooms adjacent, 3 levels with a viewing deck where you can spend the morning sipping coffee and watching the sunrise over the Sea of Cortez. But some people might want that high-end luxury of a development like Cora, which is a beautiful, beautiful condo development on the course, and actually inset into water where it feels like you're living on the water. So that is a super cool. When living is another one. It caters to more the holistic side of things. So kind of nurturing body, mind, and soul with things like an organic garden, a mindfulness center, and yoga classes. And that's just in one community. So for me, I'm trying to learn everything, kind of branching out from Club Campestre into San Jose and then into the communities out from there, so that when somebody asks a question or when I get to know somebody in that relationship building process and I find out what their real true desires are above and beyond the standard criteria of 2-bedroom, 2-bath pool, I've got the information to match that and find the right home for them.
So really, it's no different than when you were back up in Canada selling real estate. Product knowledge, knowing the communities, the pluses, the minuses, the amenities, the price points, the number of bedrooms and bathroom options. Whether it's Cora, it's When Living, it's Pueblo Campestre, or anything outside, like our new project, Sinit, that's up on the mountain.
Yes.
Our new project downtown in the Art District, Liva, or on the marina, One Marina Place. That's just San Jose.
And just brushing the surface.
Right. And then you go into the corridor and you have even more options.
Yeah.
And then you go to Cabo San Lucas, even more options. And then, let's go up the Pacific. Let's go to Diamante. Let's go to Cerritos. Let's go to Pescadero. What about Todos Santos?
What about the Escape?
What about La Paz?
Yeah.
What about Loreto? You mentioned,
Exactly.
So you played at the Danzante Bay or Loreto Bay?
Danzante.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's an amazing course.
It is a beautiful course. Yeah. And I love to do the whale sharks on the way up.
Yeah. Yeah. And when did you go? How long ago did you play?
That would have been a while ago. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So like I said, I've been on and off coming. So
anytime you want to go now.
All right.
That you're part of the Ronival team. We have Monterrey.
Okay.
Which is the first full ownership beachfront condominium complex in Danzante Bay. And we've already started delivering units over there.
Nice.
So if you want to stay at the resort, we have a discounted rate.
Perfect.
Play golf again.
Nice.
Meet our great team up there with Kiri and Danya.
Okay.
They're fantastic.
Nice. It's a beautiful area.
Yeah.
Yeah. And something a little different again, right?
Well, that's, James, that's one of the beautiful things, and why I wanted you on the podcast is because the resources that you get in Ronival, the people and the connections you can make, is really going to accelerate your real estate career down here.
Yeah.
And you having that digital experience, and that's like your other business.
Yeah.
You're going to bring a lot of knowledge and experience that we can knowledge share and add value to other people in the team, and they can help you in turn. It's like this community that's the culture of Ronival.
I love the business and the foundation and the people that you built. It's such a great team, and the resource is, I'm so happy to have that behind me.
And you belong, you were saying, to the local church.
I do,
Church,
Cabo
right?
Church, yes.
And you know Brad, who just recently joined us?
Yeah.
Do you know the Huskies?
No.
Okay.
No.
They're also part of the same church.
Okay.
Olivia and JJ, they joined us maybe about a year ago. I was just with them in our sales meeting.
Olivia and JJ, yes.
Yeah. They're out of, and Olivia used to sell real estate in Northern California.
Okay.
Brad, we know, was a plumber.
Yeah, but what a great guy. Yeah, very personable, very helpful.
What expectations do you have in your first year?
Well, like I said, planning to hit the ground running. So, already in the last month, I have been doing a ton of different work, building out my portfolio, building out my social medias, etc., getting to learn the business, delving into some of the back end resources that you have. So for me, I'm an overachiever. So I plan to do quite well. And being that my family is growing, I really want to like I said, hit the ground running, help people find some great homes. And I think my skill set and background are going to help me out with that.
Fantastic. Well, I wish you the best.
Thank you.
I know you're going to perform very well. The excitement that Sergio and Patty have, our sales directors,
they're great.
They're just like, this guy's going to shine.
Gotta live up to the
pressure, just a little pressure. And we're now on the podcast, so everyone else is going to know that you're setting the bar really high.
Yeah.
But I know you're going to meet it, because if you're willing to do the work, us as a company, we're going to provide opportunities. Yes. And what I was telling you off camera, we can give you hundreds, if not thousands, of leads that you can work if you're willing to put the work in.
I'm willing to put the work in. Yep. I'm excited.
Fantastic.
It's so good to be a part of such a great team. You built a great business, great team, great brand.
James, welcome aboard.
Thank you.
All right. And until the next one, bye for now.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Nick Fong Podcast. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast and the YouTube channel at youtube.com/Ronival Real Estate, and follow Nick on Instagram at NickFong_Ronival. Ready to find your Baja dream home? Check out the latest property listings at Ronival.com or findmexicohouses.com. Hasta luego.